What is going on, everybody? This is Jackson from JD Sports Zone and Dinger Dudes, and today I have a very special episode with my first ever guest and former MLB infielder, Mr. Danny Espinosa. Danny, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us and well, join me on this. How was your holidays? And thank you again.
No, it was great. We had time with the family. We got to spend time and see grandma and grandpa and everybody. So it was a lot of fun, and it was good to see the kids have fun on Christmas. So appreciate you asking.
Yeah. It's great that you had a great holidays. Honestly, in sunny California, I assume that's where you spent Christmas, correct?
Yes, we came to Southern California to spend Christmas this year, and it was a good time. We enjoyed the weather.
Mhm. I mean, I truly enjoy the weather here in Georgia too, so it's something we can relate on to that. But I want to start
Yeah.
off with obviously the work you do with OCrush. I mean, last time we spoke with you, I believe it was your like first year or two in OCrush back in early 2024. What has OCrush been like, or anything in progression that since the last time we spoke?
Yeah, so we had started the Orange County Crush, which was an organization I was a part of, or a team I was a part of as a kid. We built it up, and we had started with three teams originally, just my son's team back when they were 6 or 7 years old, and we have now built it up for both baseball and softball, and we have about 400 kids that play for us now, both boys and girls. Softball being more of a high school bracketed group of girls. We do have younger group of girls, but we started more in high school, and our coordinator over there does a great job with getting the girls scholarships and working with all of them and developing them. But yeah, we've come a long way, and we really enjoy it. And my business partner Ryan Yao does a great job managing everything, and so we're fortunate to have a good group together with Ryan, Jessica Beaver, and myself to be heading everything. And we have a good group of parents and kids and coaches. So very fortunate to have this go the direction it went and take off the way it has.
I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal to hear. Now, I want to ask you this. I see you do a lot of work in the Huntington Beach area in California. And I remember the last time, we spoke when the Twins were on as well, that you were potentially looking at like expansions in Georgia. Is there like any other expansions or any big projects relating to Oak Crush coming in 2026 or that's happened this year?
We're looking to expand. It has to happen with the right partner. The reason the softball expanded in Temecula the way it did was the woman that runs that was the shortstop at Long Beach State when I was there, and so we were friends from college, and she has a big name in college softball, and has a big name in youth softball. So that kind of came together just the right way. We would like to get back towards a Georgia or a Tennessee. Don't know if that's in the cards right now, but yeah, eventually that would be a goal to get a couple of teams that way.
I mean, I definitely want to see it here in Georgia. I mean, youth baseball and youth softball is something that's very local here, in the state of Georgia with Kane Southeast, I believe. So I would love to see some, Orange Crush teams here in the state of Georgia, and, in the Southeast region. But I mean, outside of Orange County Crush, is there any like big projects or anything that, camps wise you've been working on for the 2026 season? Because I saw one camp with Adam Kennedy a few months ago.
Yeah, so Adam and I do a lot of stuff together. We'll just kind of put a weekend of stuff together a day on a Saturday or Sunday for 4 or 5 hours. Not really as much as they are camps as they are developmental programs for older kids. But we do stuff together. Adam and I do a lot together. Right now, though, as far as summer, we haven't been looking that far advanced as far as putting a camp together. I'm sure we'll have talks about it, but I think at the same time, it's good for the kids when it comes to the end of the year, in July and August to step away from the game, enjoy being a kid, enjoy their families, and some vacation time. So I'm up in the air if we're gonna do it. I'm sure we'll talk about it and see how many people are interested. But right now, we're just focused on getting the spring season going again.
I mean, I definitely look forward to it and all the work you do. I've been paying attention on, Danny Espinosa on Instagram and all the work with Orange County Crush and the camps there. And I look forward to all the work in 2026, especially. And I really hope you guys expand to Georgia because I need some connections out here. But Mr. Espinoza, I want to kind of get into maybe the maybe MLB draft kind of scheme of things, or outside of that, before I get into that, would you ever be open to doing, I guess maybe work with a major league organization or minor league organization at this point in your career, as opposed
Yeah,
to?
I would definitely be open to it. I would never close the door on any opportunity. I think it would have to fit my family's life, and it would have to be fitting to what we're doing with the organization. But I would definitely look to be open to conversations if somebody wanted me around. I got to go back to spring training with the Nationals last year, and that was a lot of fun. The game's changed, the culture's changed a lot, so it'd be definitely something I would have to get used to as far as re-emerging myself into an organization or into the younger culture of baseball. But it's something that I would look forward to doing, working with the players. It's something I enjoy doing.
I mean, I definitely, want to see that hopefully in the future if, everything aligns right, especially with,
Right.
the familial atmosphere and, your career out there. So, I mean, you talk about changing culture since, the MLB days post when you played and you've seen, I wanted to get your opinion on this before we get into the whole MLB draft thing. I mean, ABS system is a big thing that's coming around in the MLB. I know a lot of people have mixed reactions about it. I interviewed Trevor Cahill, and Trevor, said that, he had a little bit of mixed reactions about it just because he had some experience in it. I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on, the change in the MLB when it comes to ABS system and all rules change?
I mean, first of all, I think you have to give the Major League umpires a lot of credit for being as good as they are. I know that you're always going to have some that aren't as good, but you know, that's a very tough job to start with, and you're not going to be perfect. And some of these guys are damn near perfect when it comes to it. But as far as using a system, I don't like it. I don't like it just because it takes away, you're taking so much human element away from the game now. And I'm more of a purist when it comes to baseball. And I know that's a older mindset, but that's how I was brought up around baseball as a kid and brought up as a professional. So to take the human element more and more and more out of the game, not really my style. And, everything wants to be sped up, sped up. Well, this could potentially slow the game back down if you continue to get more challenges. So they want to speed the game up so much, but at the same time, this could potentially slow it down. Not really what I want. I think the pace is sped up in 1 year a ton, which was almost I think a lot to grasp. I would say as a player, but yeah, I would prefer to just let the umpires do the job. I'm sure the umpires don't care because now it's easier on them as far as just having to make the calls and they can challenge whatever and they've got a system there to correct it if it's wrong.
I mean, I completely agree. Personally, I'm on the side of the human element. I mean, I feel like, that's what people love to see when it comes to, I guess, more entertaining side of baseball and like, the controversial side of baseball because, love him or hate him. I mean, Angel Hernandez, personally, I love seeing the calls with him because I love seeing people get upset when clearly a call was like a strike and when he calls it a ball and everything
Yeah.
like that. So, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, but yeah, no, I love the human element aspect of baseball and outside of the ABS strike system. Now I want to get into the MLB 2010s lineup drafts and all of that. And I know you played with in the 2010s era with the Washington Nationals and with a few other organizations. So I want, and you're my guest for the JD Sports Zone Dinger Dudes draft, and so I want to ask, do you want first pick or
No,
not?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't
I will
care.
go. I'll go with my first pick. I would go with your Washington Nationals teammate, but there's one other guy I want to go with. Los Angeles Angels Mike Trout. I would love to go with Mike Trout for my personal team.
Okay. um I'll make my first choice. I'll go Freddie Freeman.
Ooh, I love the Freddie Freeman pick. Um, Honestly, I think he's the best first baseman of the 2010s, and unfortunately, that was my next pick. But I'm going to have to go with the Nationals teammate of yours. Still in the MLB today. I want to go with Mr. Bryce Harper and go with
Huh?
Bryce Harper.
My number two pick will be Trey Turner at shortstop.
Mm, mm. I love the Trey Turner pick. I was giving this. He's taking all my next one. That's super unfortunate. I want to go with my shortstop pick actually here, and I'm gonna go with Francisco Lindor. I want to go
Okay.
with Francisco Lindor here.
I'm gonna go next pick. I will go second base with Robbie Cano.
Mm. That wasn't going to be my second baseman pick, but I actually do want to go with my second baseman pick. Um, a former Washington National. He played from 2010 to 2017. I'm going to go with Mr. Danny Espinosa for my second baseman team. So hopefully that will get some votes on my side for that. But that's my second baseman. I'm going with Danny Espinosa.
I will go third base. I'm gonna go. I feel like they probably Nolan Arenado is probably the best third baseman of that era.
Mm. I completely agree. Honestly, I think he's on the outs, unfortunately, with the St. Louis Cardinals, and I'm haven't been high on the St. Louis Cardinals since 2021, and it's been really sad. But I want to go with my third baseman pick, and I'm gonna go with he's a Hall of Famer now, Adrian Beltre. I
Okay.
love
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love the Beltre pick.
Yep. I agree. And then I will go to catcher. It's either gonna be Buster Posey or Yadier Molina. Um, I'm gonna go with Yachty just because he'll control. I mean, they both unbelievable, but I'm just gonna go with Yachty.
That really hurts me and disappoints me as a Cardinals fan, but I'm gonna have to go with the other side of it. In my opinion, I might get some hate for this one. I think Posey is number one when it comes to the 2010s. As much as I love the St. Louis Cardinals, it's a 1A, 1B, but I'm gonna go with Buster Posey as my catcher spot.
All right, and then well, we got outfield.
Hmm.
I will go with Ryan Braun.
I love Ryan Braun, even as a Cardinals fan. One of my favorite players growing up. Truly. Ooh. Out for my final outfield spot, I'm gonna head over to. I mean, he's still playing in the MLB, but mostly known during the 2010s for the Red Sox. Mookie Betts. I'm gonna go
Yep,
with Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts out there.
and then I'm going to go outfield. So this is 2010s, okay, and above. I'm gonna go Judge.
Mm. Yeah, no, I like Judge pick. I think he's a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. 500 career plus homers, most likely, if he
Yep.
continues on that. Um, Shorts. Ooh, I already got my shortstop, third base, second base. I don't have a first base pick. Uh,
I got a good one that you could take.
I don't. It's. Mm, I can't take Freeman.
No,
Ah,
NL Central though had a really good one for a long time.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Rizzo. I want to stick with Anthony
You
Rizzo.
going with Anthony Rizzo over Prince Fielder and
Oh,
Joey Votto?
oh no.
I
Oh,
like Anthony Rizzo a lot. As a person, as a player, a lot. Prince Fielder and Joey Votto.
it, I mean, honestly, those two slipped my mind, and I interviewed Prince Fielder's son last week, and he told me a lot of good stories of Prince Fielder. So, Jaden, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, personally for that. I'm so sorry. But Anthony Rizzo, congrats on the
It's a good
recent
one.
retirement. Great guy out there.
Yep.
But
And then my center fielder, I'm actually going to go with I think I'm going to put Christian Yelich out there.
Oh, Christian Yelich. I love Christian Yelich, especially from his Miami Marlins days. Hate facing him as a Brewer,
Yep.
but honestly, I love him out there. And now for my DH spot, I have first, second, third, short, Danny Espinosa at second, catcher first. Yeah, I think I have
Yeah, just
all
DH.
just DH, and I'm gonna go with that would have been a good yeah, for my DH, I'm gonna go Prince Fielder. I'm gonna retreat back to that, and I'm gonna go Prince Fielder for my DH.
Okay,
I
so
think
no Big Poppy.
no Big Poppy, but yeah, that would have been a good one too. I might lose whenever this poll comes out, unfortunately, but that's gonna be there, and then with pitcher too.
I'm gonna go Joey Votto as my DH. I'm gonna throw him in that room because I'd have two really good first basemen just in case one of those guys need a day off. And they both rake. They both have stolen bases, tons of RBIs. Yeah, that's I'm going Joey Votto for my DH.
I love Joey Votto, and I love the content that he puts out, post retirement. I saw that he was thinking about going on The Masked Singer. So, if that ever if that ever becomes a thing, I would love to see that. But for my
Yeah,
starting pitcher, my final pitcher, or well, final position, I'm gonna go Clayton Kershaw, just retired. I'm gonna
yeah.
go Clayton Kershaw there.
I'm gonna go. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna go Max Scherzer as my number one. And we get three. We get three pitchers, or are we just doing
Uh,
one?
if you want to do three, we can.
Okay, I thought we were doing three pitchers. Okay. Keep going. So I got one.
Okay.
That's Scherzer's
Okay.
one. Now you go.
Verlander. And I'm gonna take
That's a good one.
Verlander is gonna be my number two out there. It's those top three are like 1A, 1B, 1C for me.
I'm gonna go with Roy Halladay.
I love Roy Halladay, and I hated facing him for the 2011 Phillies there. Third one, ooh, it's a tie between two people. I could go a World Series um hero with the Giants, but I'm gonna go with Chris Sale.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
gonna
Tim Lincecum.
I was gonna go Madison Bumgarner,
I thought you'd
but
go Madison. Yeah.
I love the Tim Lincecum pick. Honestly, I thank you for joining me on this draft because I
Yeah,
want
of
to keep
course.
doing these things like that. I think I got the winner with Danny Espinosa at my second base position. That's gonna put me over the edge. But I have some final questions for you before we wrap up
Yeah.
this episode and stuff. So obviously, I would you ever be open to doing something with as a guest for Banana Ball or Savannah Bananas and stuff like that? Because I seen obviously, Adam Wainwright was a guest for the Bananas. Todd Frazier. If they ever invited you, would you be doing something like that?
Yeah, I would do that. They had it here in Anaheim last year, and I think they had Troy Gloss and maybe Troy Percival, and trying to think of all the guys that went out. But they brought some guys out. But yeah, if it came across, I would think about doing it just for my own kids and for all the kids that play in the organization. I think it'd be funny.
I mean, I would love to see Danny Espinosa and Banana Ball. I'm gonna have to reach out to Coach Croc of the Local Beach Coconuts and tell him Danny Espinosa wants to be on a Banana Ball. I would if you were to go out for Banana Ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, they have to do a lot with trick plays and dances. Do you have a go-to dance or trick play that you'd want to do as a
I don't think so. I
Banana
think I
Ball?
think I was I think it was pretty vanilla when it came to playing. I tried to just make the play and do what I could.
No, honestly, I would love to see Danny Espinosa and Banana Ball and other, outside things. I saw Ian Desmond participate in the Home Run Derby X.
Yeah.
If you ever got the opportunity to do that, I mean, you were a big homer guy with the Washington Nationals, I'd say. So I want to ask you, if you ever got the opportunity to do that, would you do that?
Yeah, I'd do that. It'd be fun to just be out there with the guys again. I would definitely do, if Ian or one of those guys called me, Zim or something like that, I would definitely do it.
I'm so glad you brought Ryan Zimmerman because one question I meant to ask you in the original interview that I didn't get to ask. Obviously, I've seen the video the retirement ceremony for Ryan Zimmerman, and you were a guest at his retirement ceremony. What was that moment, personally like for you?
Oh, it was great to see Ryan be honored that way. It was the first Nationals pick. Um, Great person, great teammate, great family. You know, his wife's awesome. So to see him be honored and to see his kids understand, you know, at a old enough age to be able to understand what his dad meant to not just that organization, but you know, to the world of baseball, I thought was pretty special. He was a person that took care of me as a young guy, you know, getting me my first suits and stuff like that. So he always took care of me, and I'll always be appreciative to Ryan. So it was awesome to see him be honored.
I mean, that's absolutely phenomenal to hear, especially, obviously the ties with the younger days and the Nationals organization. And, honestly, if I wasn't a Cardinals fan, I'd be a Washington Nationals fan. And I need to get a Danny Espinosa Nationals jersey if I can find one. I
Yeah.
need to get in a jersey of every MLB guest I've had on. And with you being our very first one, I mean, it's truly an honor to get you back on. But Mr. Espinoza, final question for you before I wrap up this episode. I mean, obviously we talked about big projects with, OCrush and 2026 and the camps you'd be doing there. If you can collaborate with any former MLB players that maybe you were teammates with, or maybe bring in to camps or do any sort of event with, who would you bring in for that?
Um, that's a good one. I would probably bring in who I thought I would probably go for either like an Anthony Rendon, Ian Desmond, or Freddie Freeman. People that are all very, very good people, have very good people skills, very good with kids. That's for me, that's who I would do a camp with. I think they all three of those people have great energy with their fans and with kids, and I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, I definitely love to see that in, the year 2026. And I mean, I know you and Mr. Desmond have amazing chemistry. I mean, we've seen it on the field. We've seen it in, obviously locker room interviews and stuff like that, throughout, me growing up. So honestly, I'd love to see that. But Mr. Espinoza, is there anywhere that, you'd like the viewers to follow you or OCrush or to pay attention to
Yeah,
for the
yeah, you
2026
could go
season?
to like Orange County Crush Baseball on Instagram, or you go to my personal Instagram, Danny Espinosa. We post everything from our baseball to our softball content to anything that we do with our community. But yeah, if you go check that out, you can see a little bit into life of kind of where I'm at now in my life and my kids and the organization along with softball, which was a new venture that we got into, which I really, really enjoy watching softball. It's such a fun, fast-paced game. So, yeah, if you wanna keep up and see what we're doing, that's where I would check us out on Instagram.
I mean, everybody who has Instagram, make sure to go check out Mr. Danny Espinoza on Instagram and Orange County Crush baseball and softball. And I love what you do with your involvement in obviously the younger generation in the Huntington Beach area. And I look forward to see what you do with events and stuff in the future. But Mr. Espinoza, thank you so much for taking
Of
time
course.
out of your day to do this. Glad it's been a full circle moment to get my first ever guest on. So I truly, truly appreciate it.
No, thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Look forward to doing it again.